I've got what you need.
Here.
Excellent. Give me the purse.
Here's half the purse.
Half?
I'm keeping it for my efforts.
Well, I can't say that seems fair to me.
What?
Calm down.
Then get lost.
Jesus, what do I have
What?
to drink here?
That's right.
What?
I'll have to get my own ale.
That's right.
Hey. Jesus, look where you're going.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning...
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to it.
But that wasn't very considerate. It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't...
You took him without the letter?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things... You're a different case, though.
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of St. Benedict?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation, the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly?
Being here in the monastery is my dream come true.
Well, no one's ever said that before.
Would you tell me something about...
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite...
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word: discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs. Slow down, brother.
He'll still be on this earth for many years to come.
I wish all good health upon him, but I want change, and only a new abbot can bring that.
Waiting, hold on.
What's your... Why such haste? This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
Peace be with you, brother.
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware.
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work.
As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren, and above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment. But I've already told you about the circuitors. The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We will be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here. Will you tell me something about you?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother. It's peaceful here. There's food and lots of time.
So you chose to come here?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more appealing than being cooped up.
I'd like to ask you something. Who's in charge of things?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered.
I see. Are there any rifts?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here.
Tell me something about
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion,
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve...
Who's in charge?
Truthfully,
Are there already candidates to be...
Brothers John and Nevlas. But the others have been fighting like...
This John...
A circator, and really just an unpleasant old man. It's mostly the older brothers on his side, because they believe he'll protect the status quo and all the...
Tell me something about
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He's what they call the provost. He'd like to bring back solemnity to the monastery through reform and by...
Why can't novices vote?
They say we don't have enough experience to decide about anything.
Why is who wins?
We're young and we'll spend the rest of our lives here. And the abbot decides everything about our lives.
What are the roles of the...
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbots, but it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure. They can be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteous.
Who would you choose as the new...
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'd like to ask you something. Well, that's all.
Why such haste? Watch your step. Why such haste? What troubles you?
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Solarian. I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the noise.
You don't say. And who are you?
That's not important.
Why are you telling me this anyway? Would you...
Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, nor the other brethren.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one...
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're... No one knows anything about Lukas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books.
I don't think it was him. But please, don't tell us...
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked in... Why such... Slow down, brother.
What is it, brother?
I'd like to ask you something. Who's in charge of things?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always travelling.
And what happens when the old...
Then we elect a new...
Are there any candidates?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevelis. Cursed elect. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot.
Tell me about John. I'd like to know.
Although perhaps
Why does it...
the older brothers...
I thought politics...
You're right. But we know nothing besides the monastery.
Who's in charge of things?
Abbot.
And what happens when the...
Then we elect...
Are there ever any disagreements?
Unfortunately...
Tell me something about...
the...
Tell me something about...
You're right. It stunk like a wine barrel.
Can you tell me something about...
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nurse, the fundamental precept...
Do you never want to know...
And what should be going on? The sky is just...
I'm interested in...
It was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years ago.
Heretics, you...
They wanted to worship...
What are the roles?
Well, as a novice...
What can you...
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God.
I meant something specific about the brothers that...
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no...
Can you leave?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway.
Who would you like to...
John, definitely. Compared to him, Neverlas is young and inexperienced. John has the wisdom of age.
What's your step, brother? What's that you're carrying around? And why?
What's that you're carrying around? And why?
Are you sure that belongs here?
What is that? Where did you get it?
Apage Satanas.
It stunk like a wine barrel in there, and it's not the first time.
Yeah, it's a mystery, but one that'll be soon solved.
What's that trick over the road?
You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
All right.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad.
Don't!
Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yorick will fetch more.
Brother? Stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I wanted to forgive you, I couldn't. Thou shalt not steal.
I've had enough of this. You'll never put...
You dare resist punishment? Let me remind you, brother, you will...
Yes, brother. I'm resisting punishment. I've had it up to my neck with you, your monastery, and your bullshit.
You failed to complete your trial period as a novice. You are hereby banned. Halt! Brother? Stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I wanted to forgive you, I couldn't. Thou shalt not steal.
Very well, brother.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate...
What is it, brother?
What are you doing here?
What does it look like?
But we're all monks.
Youngster, when you're as old as I...
I'm going to tell the prior everything. Isn't one of you...
Who do you think you are, laddie? I've been in this monastery for 10 years, and I won't have some young brat ruining my fun.
I'll go and see him anyway. This is no...
My boy, do that and your life will become a living hell. I swear. Ask Brother Lucas how he likes...
I won't be intimidated.
I think from now on, you'll be starting to feel very much... What more do you want here? Get...
Brother, stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I wanted to...
I've had enough of this.
You dare resist punishment? Let me remind you, brother.
Yes, brother.
You failed to complete your trial.
Talk to me, brother.
I found this piece of parchment.
The words mean nothing to me.
Brother, stealing is a...
Very well, brother.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that is...
What are you doing here?
What does it look like?
But...
Youngster.
Brother, stealing is a...
Very well, brother.
Now, show me...